Hello again, and welcome back for another episode of Raine Builds. Actually, it's Raine Plays, isn't it? Anyway, today we're doing Potters Splay, and as you can see, there's nothing there. But I'm building something. This is the last lot in Courtyard Lane in Willow Creek. I actually wasn't going to do anything here. I was thinking maybe to give this neighborhood something to do, but they already have, I believe, 2 bars, a library, and a museum. Well, a bar and a nightclub. And that bar is pretty pathetic. It's a little country. But then I changed my mind. I created a couple. They're twins. And the only thing I remember about them is that their last name is Connors. And again, it's that one where you click the dice and whatever comes up, that's what you choose. So that's what I did. I also got a new microphone, and I don't know, I just don't know that it sounds better than my old microphone. I think it sounds worse. And it could be that I didn't set it up right, or it's not set up right. I don't know. But I had to download a ton of drivers for it, and again, it's one of those things where I just let it do its thing, and I probably made a huge mistake, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll take it from there. But anyway, it's a big microphone, and it has one of them windsocks on it, so hopefully my P's won't sound too gross. I don't know. I have to stop saying a couple words, and one of them is whatever, because apparently the FTC flags that as child-oriented. I don't know. I shouldn't be saying words like that anyway, but you don't realize some of your bad habits until you hear yourself, and nobody really likes to hear themselves anyway. Nobody likes the sound of their own voice, and I can't stand mine, but I think I sound a lot older than I even am. But that doesn't matter. I hope I didn't. Oh, that's the other one. I hope. I keep saying that. I hope you like this. I hope I didn't do this. I hope. I have to stop saying that too. But anyway, I tried to be different with this one. You'll also notice that I use CC. Now, I went online and I did some checking. And one thing I found, not just one, site in particular, but one thing that I found out is a lot of people are under the assumption that you can't put links in the description. But when I read a recent article on YouTube's policies, or whatever they're called, it said that you can. And if anything, it's helpful for your SEO to include links, but only links that are completely relevant to your video. So what it strongly urged is creating a website. And I'm thinking this is for business purposes, and this isn't a business. I don't... Anyway, the whole point is I shouldn't put CC links in my description, because apparently that's not going to have anything. I don't know why it wouldn't, but YouTube doesn't listen to videos. It reads videos, video content. So my tags and my description are what I guess later on the FTC is going to be looking at. So I have to be really careful about that. I need to create a website that I can include in the description. That would have to do with my video, because it would have my name in it, I guess. And then you would go to that website to look at the links. I mean, I can do that. I already have a website for my writing, so I could just create a page So I'm thinking I'll just do that from now on. But the whole point of this is that as I was doing this research, a number of simmers include CC in their speed builds. And they don't make, no apologies, no nothing. So I thought, oh, well, okay, I'm going to do it too then. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. And then when you go to these other websites to download your CCs, the only thing it says is please don't copy this and please don't claim it as your own. And of course, I'm not doing this in either case. But I think giving credit where credit is due is just a respectable thing. And I feel obliged to do that regardless. So I might not get it done for this video, but I will in future videos once I set up that page on my original website, which I haven't been to in probably, gosh, it's going on 3 years now. I just gave up on that kind of stuff. It just didn't seem like it was going anywhere. But then again, maybe I don't know, a quitter. Is that the right thing? This is probably not the right thing to say, but it's the truthful thing to say. I do not know why I messed up these pictures. My thinking is I was just going to throw them up, and then when I came back to decorate the room, I was going to move them. I should have put that big picture over the bed, and the little, whatever, I didn't do that. But you might as well know, I lost interest in this, and I quit before I even got to the second floor. And then I came back to it a couple days later, actually on Thanksgiving Day, which was yesterday. And for those of you outside of the United States, that's just the last Thursday of November. We celebrate being Americans. But, so I went there yesterday after dinner, and I finished it up. I was actually going to delete the thing, demolish it, and restart, because I felt like I was building the same thing all over again. But I don't know that I did. I think this is kind of a little bit classier looking. It's not a colonial, but it's in keeping with the neighborhood, so I don't feel too guilty about it. I can't remember too much about their traits. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to be playing them. But you know that I build houses around their traits so that they have enough items in their house to satisfy them. But whatever. Maybe I should stop saying as well. But the other thing is that because it is Thanksgiving in the United States, I'm assuming everybody's doing their Black Friday. Let's try that again. Everybody is doing their Black Friday things. I don't know why it isn't Cyber Monday, because this is online stuff, gaming. But EA's having their big sale. And I really want, it's a toss-up between city living and get famous, because the only thing I'm interested in is the YouTube career. If I had that in game, I would probably play more often than I do. But I don't know. I just don't know what to do. But I guess I need to decide before the weekend ends, huh? But anyway, everything's 50% off, so that's when I can afford to buy something. But I guess I'll have to flip a coin, huh? I can't afford them both, obviously. I can barely afford one, and I always have to think on it, come down to 0 hour before I make my decision. Should I even do this at all? Am I throwing my money away, and oh my goodness, next month I'm not going to get any money at all? And that's my life, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. I'm also going to do the walkthrough at the end instead of pictures. I don't know that I was any better at it. I also sped it up by 1. I'm gonna apologize for that now, but I don't think it's as jittery and vomit inducing as you might think. It's not that bad. What do you guys think of the stairs against them windows? I've seen, like office, well, maybe they're not directly on the window. Whatever, I don't think it's that big a deal. But I put the windows there and I left them. Curtains were a difficulty this time. The curtains were difficult. I really didn't want to put any curtains on, but then I figured first floor privacy, I should do this. Oh, and I'm also going to mention that the weather, I don't know what it is. I switched the season this time to do this build. I said, let's just start with spring instead of summer. And it's the first day of spring here, and it's cloudy. Chance of rain. So everything's dark. This is the afternoon setting, as you can see at the top there with the sunshine and the blue clouds behind it, blue sky. This is afternoon, and it's still this dark. So every single build, how is it the last 2 or 3 builds using seasons? And this has occurred, so I have to apologize for that as well. I don't know how to make it brighter. I guess I don't know how to use these weather changer mod that I downloaded. I can't find it anywhere. It told me to put it in the mods folder, even though it's a script file. I'm inclined to put script in the tray and package in the mods, but it told me to put it in the mods folder, and I did. But when I click on the sim, I don't get the option to change the weather. When I click on the mailbox, I don't get the option to change the weather, so I don't know what's wrong with it. You also notice that my female Connors is black, and that's because I put her in a CC outfit that you can see in CAS, but the game didn't recognize it. It was an old file from, I think, 2015, but it was such a pretty dress. Gosh, it was so pretty. I guess it's an outdated file, so I had to get rid of that one. I just didn't do it for this build, but I did change her. So you'll notice it in the intro. She's wearing a different outfit from the outro, the ending. You'll see it. It's no big deal, but she's black there. Usually it's that terrifyingly ugly, you get absolutely nothing, just an outline of a figure and that ugly red big question mark with the black splotches here and there. That is so creepy. But what I'm talking about is when you use a CC that isn't recognized by the game. But it didn't do that. It was just a black outline. But when I put it on her in CAS, it showed up. She looked fine. Everything was beautiful. And then when I went to save, she turned black. So I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. Also, the landscaping here. It was disappointing because it's spring. Nothing's in bloom. So look at that. All them plants look horrible. And it's like, well, now why should I bother? I don't get it. The problem is, if you turn off one of the game packs, you lose those items. You can't use them to build. So I have to turn on everything to get enough. But now that I can use CC, I think I'm going to turn seasons off just to avoid this type of weather thing, because I would have to play this game for a while to get them to use the is it Mrs. June's weather thing, where you touch the machine to change the weather. I don't know. I suppose I could use a cheat, but whatever. Oh, and I don't know why I do this if I'm not going to play these Sims, but I keep giving them their... Oh, that is one of her traits. She's a gardening freak, so that's why I gave her all that stuff. But this is the second floor here. I didn't have too much to say. I figured I would put background music in this video because I didn't think I would have anything at all to say. But I wanted to keep this video under 30 minutes because I don't know how boring they are for you guys. And some of them, I think my longest one was 38 minutes. It just felt like it was too long. There was too much. And I cut out a lot in editing, as you can tell. Yeah, see? It's how dark it is when you... And that was daytime. Nope, I went to nighttime to check the lights. Okay, I see. Whatever. But as far as CC goes, my favorite things to download are plants, rugs, wall colors, flooring, and of course clothing, you know. But for builds, I really enjoy those things most. So I used, you know, carpeting, and I believe those curtains are CC as well. Oh yeah, and the pictures, heck yeah with the pictures. If I'm not mistaken, there is a mod you can use. You download this woman's frames. They're just blank canvases, and you can put your own pictures on them. But I haven't figured out how to do that, so I haven't really gone into it. But that is interesting. Because I also play House Flipper. I'll be making videos of that as well. That was easy to learn, how to make your own pictures for the walls. But in here, I'm not understanding it. I just don't get it. So, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, see, when I came up here to decorate her room, I should have fixed those pictures. Now, this is his room, though. And I did mention that they're twins, right? Yeah. So, they're not a married couple or anything like that. I guess you would call them fraternal friends. What? Twins. Friends. Twins. What I don't understand in CAS is they give you the option to create, you know, an accompanying sim, and you can create a separate one, or you can use their genetics thing. But it only, when you select genetics, it only selects one sim to create the new sim from, instead of combining the two. So when you first select that, it's one, and then you say no, add the other person, and then you get an entirely new sim. That's crazy. But anyway, coming up on the end here, and this is what I chose for the end result. Sorry about the dead trees. I don't think it's too bad. I don't know what you guys think of the roof either, huh? I personally like that roof the most, but I don't know. Okay, so here's the tour, and I hope it's not... I tried. Oh, actually, I was having trouble with my mouse on the... I've got one of those huge gaming mouse pads. And it kept sticking for whatever reason. Well, for whatever reason. Because... And I do come back down here, so... to get, like, a second look. But... I don't know why I made that song. I just felt like it. I think after I did that, that's when I decided, all right, I need to stop. I'm getting a little crazy here. See how dumb those curtains look? But those windows are difficult to work with. I use the medium height here. That's my go-to. I don't know. I couldn't really come up with a color scheme or a theme for this house either. As usual, it wasn't one of my best efforts, but it's not that bad, but it's not very good either. I think you can tell it was a rush job, or that I kind of lost heart. But either way, I think I'm just really anxious to get to the more expensive neighborhoods, because then I can cut loose with my own ideas, because there isn't like a neighborhood aesthetic in those upper ones, especially Newcrest. Obviously there is nothing in Newcrest, so that's your own world, which I still think is fun. But gosh, I don't know what to buy. I wanted city living for the, I think James did this in his island living video. He had a little table, and you put stuff out on it to sell. I don't know why that appeals to me, but it does. And there was another reason. I think I like some of the outfits and hair in city living. it's not so much that I want to live in this dumpy apartment and work my way up. And even there, with get famous, I have no desire to have any of my Sims get famous, because I'm not into that myself, which is kind of dumb. I suppose you should do alter ego things and not be who you are in real life. Kind of cut loose. But for whatever reason, it's difficult for me to do that. I don't know why. I've had the game for so long. And by the way, I think I said that Sims 4 came out in 2015, but it was actually 2000. Well, according to YouTube, it was 2014, because they make you say what you're playing. And when I type the Sims, it automatically pops up The Sims 4 2014. Sorry, I thought it came out in 2015. But whatever. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to put music in the background because I keep just staring at my work here and wondering if it's too jittery and if I should go back to just making a ton of pictures to show you. I think one of the reasons I tried this is because I can't get good, see? I can't get good angles for pictures. So I figured if I just walk through the house, I could do that. I could move the camera here and there to show you everything, how you get into the rooms, where they're located in the house. But that's maybe being dumb picky. I don't know. We'll find out. What is the next neighborhood that I'm going to? I don't know, but I'm done with this one finally. We're on to the third one. The Goth neighborhood, where the Goths live. I think there's only 3 houses there and a empty lot, if I'm not mistaken. That's my favorite rug. And that's a CC. And I'm sorry, I can never remember the name of it. I left that potted light up there too. See? I kind of rushed through this. But it doesn't look bad. It's weird because when you put them in to build, it just looks like this ugly gray saucer. But when it's in game, it's not a bad looking light. It just looks like a recessed ceiling light. And this is her little balcony area. Look how dreary it is out there. That is not me. I apologize. See? It doesn't look like it's going to rain, but the game is so dark. I feel like I'm crawling around on the floor. I'm so low. And then this little thing here, I just didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know whether to get rid of it or not. But I needed it over the porch because they are in seasons and they get all wet and things like that. So, I don't know. And I don't know how you guys feel about off-placed windows like this. It never bothered me because when you look at real houses, that's just the way they are. You sometimes see a house and you have to wonder, what were you thinking when you placed the windows like this? But I don't think these are off that bad. I don't know. I wish I had something to tell you guys. And I hope everybody in the United States who's watching this had a nice Thanksgiving. Ours wasn't too bad. I love that view. If only it was sunny. I love that big city skyline in the background. It's so cool. Yeah, see, all of the houses that I built, they're all gone. The originals are back. I don't think it's too bad. It's just because of the weather and because of the way everything looks, I just didn't put my heart and soul into it. So I think I'm going to turn seasons off for the next builds. Just go without those build items. All right, well, that's it. There's the house. See, she's back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.